Hello, I'm Tony Trongone, Superintendent of Pemberton Township Schools, and I'd like to welcome you to another edition of Inside Outlook. Today, I'll be talking about our renowned early childhood education program where we provide our youngest students with a free, full-day, quality education program. I'm here with Deb Ceplo, Assistant Director of Early Childhood and Principal here at the Pemberton Early Childhood Education Center, and Community Parent Involvement Specialist Michelle Walker. Thank you both for joining me.
Thank you.
So, Deb and Michelle, I'll start off with Deb. I have a few questions here.
Sure.
So this beautiful building, I think we're light years ahead of everyone in regard to many facets of the early childhood program, but can you give us some information on the physical attributes of the building?
Sure, I'd love to. Good morning. So the building attributes here that are very unique are the intentional planning that went into the design of the building, so that each classroom is uniquely designed to include appropriate size furniture, we have observation rooms where we can take parents in, where they can observe their children in their natural environment, and we can see through the observation windows the children playing and interacting socially with their peers. We have a wonderful technology program here. We have PCs in each room. We have smartboards and Apple TVs. We have full-time security, as we know how critical the safety factor is for our children here, so we're fortunate to have that. And most importantly, we have all services under one roof. So we are able to support the children, everyone under one roof here, supporting all of our children. We have 2 large playgrounds. We have a full-time kitchen staff that really work with the nutritional aspect of taking care of children, and they provide the family-style dining for us every day. So the children are served food through the family-style dining experience, where their language and vocabulary and social skills continue to increase. We have ample conference room, so as colleagues we can work together to really support children. We have a parent training room where Mrs. Walker really holds monthly, weekly meetings with parents, to include here as well as our external sites, the Child Development Center and Fort Dix Elementary Preschool. We have a gross motor room where the children every day get daily gross motor exercise, which is critically important for children. And soon we are really excited to unveil the outdoor educational learning lab, which we're hoping to have the ribbon cutting ceremony within the next 2 to 3 weeks, because we all know that outdoor experiences really build up our program as well outside. So we will be addressing STEM skills within that outdoor learning lab, and math skills, social and emotional skills. So we have a variety of amazing physical attributes within this building that we're really proud of.
So that parent observation room, tell us a little bit more about, where does it sit between the classrooms?
So every classroom has an inside observation room, and we're often called from parents who just need that comfort and reassurance to know that their children are socially interacting, that if there are maybe some behavioral challenges of some sort, that they can see that and we can work together with our staff under this roof to support them and to have private individual conversations with parents to ultimately support the children.
And being a grandfather of a 3 and 4-year-olds, I can appreciate that. I think I'd be that anxious grandparent, just wanted to see my grandkid in the room, see how they're interacting.
Yep.
And then allay my fears or anxiety.
And that's often exactly the outcome, is that the fears and the anxiety go down as a result of having this unique opportunity to experience.
Okay, that's the physical attributes. So we're also on the cutting edge in regard to our program that we provide to kids. So can you tell us about the educational program?
We are, yeah, I'd love to do that. So the comprehensive educational program encompasses 45 district-wide classes to include, again, the Fort Dix Child Development Center, and we have multiple classes at the Fort Dix Elementary Preschool as well. Our program, the comprehensive educational program, really addresses all domains of learning, and it's aligned to the New Jersey preschool teaching and learning standards of quality. Quality. It's all about high quality and making sure that we're really hitting that. 60% of our teachers have bachelor's degrees, and 40% of our teachers district-wide have master's degrees as well.
Wow,
All of our classes are led by certified teachers. All of our special education teachers hold appropriate certifications. And again, each of our 45 classes district-wide are supported by a team of educators. So we have full-time teachers, classroom aides, school helper aides in every single classroom.
Yeah, I want to go a little bit deeper on that then. So because we know that this is a preschool, not a daycare. And so there are preschools popping up everywhere. What's the difference between the early childhood center and a preschool somewhere else? And you mentioned that as far as the educational support, just elaborate, because that's what I notice. You could have a teacher in a room, you could have so many kids in a room, but the support that we provide our kids, can you elaborate about that?
So
again?
I'd love to, yeah. So part of the supports, supporting all of our children district-wide would include the PERT team, so the preschool intervention and referral team, work with students to observe, model, provide feedback, and to address the needs of the children with challenging behaviors or perhaps learning difficulties. We also have a team of master teachers supporting all of our 45 classes. They assist with curriculum, the preschool standards, the professional staff development, and again, going back to quality, high quality, ensuring that the classroom quality is there. We have a preschool child study team who support our children individually within their classrooms. We have a preschool social worker who supports the family services piece, again, district-wide. And we have our CPIS, our community parent involvement specialist, Mrs. Walker, who does a dynamic job of involving all of the parents and surveying the parents to see what else we can do for continuous improvement to meet their needs.
And so you're talking about the supports. You mentioned a lot of people and the supports, but how about the curriculum in the early childhood center?
So we are, I think, again, another thing that really makes us unique is that we're a well-established program. We've been here for 25 years, and we use one of the four research-based state-approved curriculums, and that is called the High Scope curriculum. The amazing thing about High Scope is that it truly focuses on the strengths of children, what they can do. And as we strive for continuous improvement, again, 25 years of that, we're a well-established high-quality program. The program follows the New Jersey Preschool Teaching and Learning Standards of Quality. It's hands-on. It's about developmentally appropriate practices. It's watching kids, embracing kids in engaging, authentic, meaningful play. So as you know, play is a child's work. So when people say they're playing, they're working. They're working. And as we know, play is critically important to healthy brain development. It gives the children an opportunity to really interact with the world around them. And it gives children a chance to be creative and truly use their imaginations.
So I'm going to go on that. I'm a high school math teacher, and now I'm a superintendent. I was a math coach in the early childhood grades. And so, but there's the term readiness. So when we talk about readiness, and if I'm a high school math teacher, I talk about with the curriculum, like what they're learning, there's certain academic skills. But we're way ahead of everybody again in the cutting edge in social emotional learning. And that's a big piece in the curriculum. Can you elaborate more about the social emotional learning piece in the curriculum?
Sure. So I would say that the social and emotional supports within our program, it's at the forefront of supporting children, social and emotionally speaking. It's about the people first and foremost. It's getting the people, the team effort involved in the people supporting children. The hiring process is tough. We're looking for folks who are truly qualified to be early childhood educator, which is different than being an elementary K-5 educator. It's an early childhood educator. We're looking for folks who promote the world of early childhood. who truly want to make a difference and want to be ambassadors for early childhood education. And they model every single day. And first and foremost, the people. So then if you take the piece of the curriculum, part of our daily routine is called the Plan, Do, Review. So plan, it's the thinking. It's giving children the choice about what they want to do today. So it then gives them the opportunity to really truly implement their ideas throughout that part of the day. And then critically important for them to be able to reflect on their activities. We're also really proud that we had the opportunity to present in Washington, D.C. last year at the National School of Character.
Yeah, we're proud of that.
And we really focus on core values for children, so that we tied in nicely to the K-12 world at preschool with the core values. And our core values are respect and responsibility and integrity and perseverance and service. And it can be as simple every day as teaching kids be kind to each other, take care of each other, take care of your home, take care of your school, take care of your community, help each other. So we were recognized at a national level, and that feels good.
Yeah, it felt good for me too
Yeah.
to be recognized. So again, I want to go back to that. So there, for the public though, because I had some questions you were answering as I was thinking. So you did a great job on that response. But I want to make it a little bit more simpler in regard to I'm a parent, and they talk about readiness again. So I'm readiness to know that 2 + 2 = 4, but then there's also a readiness to work well with others, share, the core values.
So
how do you measure that readiness? Like, how do the teachers know the development of the child for the social emotional readiness as well as the academic readiness?
That's a great question. We have embedded within the high scope research-based curriculum. We have an assessment piece where the teachers on a daily basis and the classroom team are taking anecdotal notes on children and really watching their progress on a daily basis. So the teachers get together and talk as a team, with their classroom team of getting children to the next level. What else do I need to do? What else can I give? It's the foundation. It all starts here. The foundational skills, it's like building a house. It starts here, and once you have that floor established, you can build up from there.
Great, thank you. And now to Michelle Walker. I have a question for you, and it goes without saying all the great things you do here, your reputation as far as engaging our parents, our Pemberton parents with the educational program. So can you tell us a little bit, well, not a little bit, tell us about what your program is and how come, how do you explain your reputation of including all our parents and the parents wanting to be engaged? There's a level of excitement. And I know that goes with, it's a younger parent, but still, I've been in school districts for many years, and the level of engagement that you promote should be commended. So
Thank you.
what do you do and how do you do it?
Well, I have to say I'm part of a huge team. And with that team, we try to welcome our families to educational workshops, fun activities. I would like to thank our parents because they participate in our surveys, and these surveys give us input on how we can plan and modify our program. Actually, we have our Parent Academy, which will be starting soon. That's a series of 4 workshops, and it will last from October to December. And at these workshops, our preschool district social worker will present on how a parent can empower their child. Our master teachers will present workshops on our curriculum and child development. And our preschool intervention referral team will do a presentation on positive behavior supports and challenging behaviors. And I would like to also add that these workshops can be viewed on the Pemberton Early Childhood Education Center website, and we have a running feed of those workshops in progress. Now, myself, I have a monthly military meeting that I do for our military families, and what we do is we talk about topics that are relevant to the military lifestyle. And I started this meeting because I felt that new parents moving to the area might not know a lot of people, and it gives them a place to network with other parents in similar situations as theirs, and it also opens up the community to them because they can talk about community events. And I'm really excited this year because I'm partnering with my colleague Paula Bonsu, who is the family worker over at Fort Dix CDC. Together, we will present these meetings on base to the parents at Fort Dix CDC and the preschool parents at Fort Dix Elementary and our military families at the Pemberton Early Childhood Education Center. And then we also had a very well-received club last year where we invited the fathers in with their children, and then at a different meeting we invited the mothers in with their children. We called it our 5-Star Fathers and Mothers. So this year we renamed it to our Proud Pemberton Parents, and we're going to meet twice as much, and we're going to introduce our parent ambassadors for that group. We're really excited about that.
And you have an outreach program you do during the summer, right?
Oh yes, we do, and that's really amazing. What that is we go out with our teacher, Mrs. Ceplo, Mrs. Sullivan, Mrs. Hosey, Ms. Parker, and myself. We visit our families at their homes, and we welcome them to school for the new year. And it's really amazing. And how cool is that for your teacher to come to your home and say, "Oh, wow, this is where you live," and talk to. It gives them a familiarity.
Breeds that excitement.
Yes.
It's a level of excitement. I was getting great feedback on that.
Oh, great.
And
good.
so I hear that other districts now are doing it. So you've been doing this is your third year, I think, doing it, right?
Yes, it is. I think so. It's part of a Strengthening Families initiative, and it's really recognizing the parent as their child's first teacher. And I also would like to say that at the Pemberton preschool program, we really do value our parents as our teacher partners. We're in it together, and it's what's best for the child, as Mrs. Ceplo said, and it just creates a great outcome for the child in their educational experience, their first educational experience.
Right. All right. Thank you, Michelle.
You're welcome.
Okay, my next question's for you, Deb. So research has shown that children who participate in early childhood education program not only build a lifelong love of learning, but perform better on all types of assessments, achieve more economic success in life, and have less social issues as teens and adults. You've done some research. Tell us a little bit about the research in the early childhood and as the correlation to a successful educational career from K to 12 and then also in adulthood.
First and foremost, not all preschools are the same. Preschool children, the research is there that preschool children fare better in a high quality environment.
That's like the third time you mentioned that.
Because we're so proud of the quality and being recognized, because we're not, like I said.
How do you know you're high quality? I know that we were a 5-star program, so I look like a third party comes out and says, do they validate that we're high quality?
Yes. So we're under very critical lens every day of what we do here, and proving that what we do here meets the criteria of being high quality. So that would mean intentional interactions, that teachers are intentionally interacting with children, that they're intentionally planning lessons for children based on abilities, scaffolding the instruction, that they're carefully selected intentional materials in every single classroom. The health and safety routines are part of that high quality assessment, because we need to assess children, the safety, to make sure that children are safe and that they're healthy. So those routines and practices are looked at and measured every single day. It's also about developing relationships with families, solid relationships that, of course, Mrs. Walker helps us to lead the way in that. And then all of these are rated as a measure of quality. So we want our youngest learners to enjoy the educational experience. We want them to be to build that lifelong love of learning, and our focus is for a continuous journey of nurturing the whole child. And our Pemberton community is so incredibly fortunate to have this district-wide program of high quality, because that's where we continuously pursue excellence, one child at a time.
Okay, great. So I want to thank you both for sharing this information with our community about the outstanding program that we all enjoy, and the high quality program. make sure
Yeah.
I get that. So where we start our children out on the right foot.
Yep.
That's what I'm getting from you is once you get them on the right foot, build that foundation. As long as we keep on doing our job here in Pemberton Township Schools, along with the parent involvement, we're going to have some positive outcomes. And we've had positive outcomes
Yeah.
from your research, so that's good. So again, I want to thank you, and the answers that you provided to me were so in depth. And you talk to some people sometimes, and they'll talk about all students will learn and all that, but you went in depth, and you went in depth about what it means to be high quality and to make those connections with parents and engagement. So I want to thank you both.
We're grateful
Thank
for
you.
the opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So thanks for joining us, and we look forward to seeing you next time on Inside Outlook. Thank you.